1,
2. Hey, what's up? It's Shane's Life is a Fantasy Draft, where the podcast is Nobody Named Shane. This is John and Greg. Today we're going to talk brackets. We're going to get all up in that brackets, and we're going to tell you how to win or how not to win. But mostly, we're just going to talk about the schools that made it. And cue the music. All right, so Greg, man, what's up? How you doing?
John Gorman. I'm doing lovely.
Awesome.
I'm doing lovely. The Winter Storm Quinn from last week, quick update. Everything's
Okay,
fine.
that's important. I wanted to make sure for your safety. I mean, I figured you were all right because you were talking, but I just want to make sure that you were safe. So I'm glad that everything, dare I say, blew over.
Yeah, they dumped about 2 inches on us. But we're okay.
All right, hey, you know what? I got a lot of exes who would say the same thing.
Oh,
Hey now.
Yes, sir.
Greg, my man, it's the best time of year.
It is. This is my favorite time of year for and there's no reason why I should like it this much.
Okay, I'm going to break it down for you like this. And so, you know that I moved to Austin some, 7 years ago or so.
Which, by the way, watch your mailbox real close now because y'all got a Ted Kaczynski situation.
Yeah, this is bad. Like, first and foremost, thoughts out to the victims, my God, and their families, and just sad. And I hope that this type of thing doesn't see a very long and illustrious future here in this country, but it's really heartbreaking to have it happen in this city, a city that, by and large has been largely free of things like this. So it's really disheartening, and especially during this time of year. So just want to give my best out to everybody, and thanks to the law enforcement people who are doing their best to make sure that this gets prevented in the future. So all that said, best time of year, we've got South by Southwest, we've got St. Patrick's Day, we've got spring coming, and of course, relevant to our interests, we've got the brackets.
Brackets.
Let's talk brackets.
Let's do it.
So,
Let's drop some racket on the bracket.
let's get into it. All right, so
Going basketballs deep into these brackets right now.
two slice. We've got got this incredible bracket. It's like a work of art. It's like everybody who's anybody is in it. Weird teams are in it. Great teams are in it. It's really anybody's game. But we're gonna break down these first and second round matchups because that's really what's happening between now and the next time we talk. But we're gonna start in the South.
I think we need to take it as far as we can to the Final Four.
Yeah, no, of course.
We're focusing most of our time on paths to the Final Four.
Right.
But,
and of course, like talking about the teams that are in it. And look, I want to be crystal clear on this. I have not watched a non-Syracuse Buffalo college basketball game this year. It has not happened. So this is not coming from a place of informed expertise, but this is mostly just looking at teams and being like, that's interesting. They made it too. So let's get into it.
Yeah, I watched Championship Week. I watched some of the games in Championship Week, and that helps.
Yeah, no question.
Because you got to see what you're bringing into the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to see who's playing with some momentum, some big mo, if you will.
Let's look at the top 20 here. Teams with 8-9 losses.
Yeah, it's a lot of parity this year.
Oh, it's what it's all about. I love it. This is the first time
too.
it's like I'm looking at the bracket. I have no idea. If anybody wins their bracket this year, you win purely based on luck.
Yeah, you were clearly one of those teams who was picking based on like the colors of the uniforms or like the mascots or whether or not that university could also be a credit union, which we'll get into.
Or if you even went to the school.
Yeah, or if you went, exactly. And
I mean, I will say though, I do have to I have to float this out there.
Yeah.
I did win our bracket last year.
You did.
For the record.
And you absolutely crushed it.
That was a big win last year. It was a big win.
Yeah, and I believe that was the first year in the many years that we've been doing the brackets that you won.
That's the first time I ever won.
Yeah, so you've now accomplished the Shane's Life daily double of winning both our fantasy league and the bracket at some point.
That's right.
So
we need something else to get into.
Absolutely. Maybe we could do like fantasy baseball or maybe
that's
like
too much for me.
Too much.
Actually, speaking of baseball, though, let me get into this real quick. Let me just plug this. Can I plug this real quick?
Yeah, of course. Talk about
Daniel and I are going on an incredible 4-day vacation trip.
Okay.
We are not dating, but we are going on a romantic 4-day getaway.
Good
We are
intel.
going to 4 cities to watch 4 baseball games over 4 days.
Stop it.
We're doing it.
Oh, my God.
It's been done. It's already been, well, it hasn't been done, but it's going to be done.
All right.
We're going to
Where you
Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Washington, Baltimore.
Woo!
And if we want to get crazy on the way up, we could catch a game in Philly. And then I live in New York, so we could catch something here too. But
oh my gosh.
For now, we got those 4 cities in 4 days. Going to be real big right after 4th of July. That's going to be a fun one to listen to.
God, that sounds great. Here for
you're invited, but you have these vacation circumstances at work. that are beyond me.
Well. Okay. So I'm not Pete. I get days off, but I'm going to Europe at the end of the year, so I got to make sure I have enough vacation days. Yeah, I know.
Are you allowed out of the country now?
Yeah, I'm allowed out of the country now. Finally, yeah, as of February, so we're good.
I went to Europe last year. Well, I shouldn't say Europe, all of Europe. Like I went to the whole thing. I went to a couple of popular cities there, and I had a good time. I went to London and I went to Paris.
Okay, both excellent cities.
They're pretty good cities. You know, London's nice because everyone speaks the language.
It's important,
and everybody drinks a lot of beer.
Yeah, you got to be able to communicate, man. It's important.
Yeah. So but you'll have fun wherever you go.
Yeah, I'm doing Portugal, Spain, France, and Italy.
Oh, see, I want to do Portugal. I'm trying to get myself to Portugal.
Yeah. Short flight.
That's what they say.
Yeah. Hop, skip, and a jump away, man.
Yeah, man. Just skip a stone over the pond and you're there.
Damn right, baby.
All right, here we go.
So, brackets. Here we go. I'm going to do a...
Talking about brackets?
Brackets? Talking about brackets? Hold up. All right, so breaking news. NCAA tournament's happening. Important.
It's madness.
South bracket. All right, let's do this. Let's fill it out. You and I, we're going to do this up.
Going to South.
We're going to go game by game. We're not going to spend too much time on a lot of these games, but we're going to call out what we need to call out here.
Yeah, exactly.
So we've got Virginia versus UMBC, 1 versus 16. I don't trust any university that could potentially be a credit union. So Virginia over UMBC.
Agree. I almost think UMBC could possibly be like a college campus TV station.
Wait, hold on a second. Let's run that back. Let's run that back. Breaking on UMBC News. All right, that was enough.
Are your parents' dollars going as far as they can in the quad? Find out at 6.
Oh my goodness! All right, Creighton, Kansas State. I like Creighton in this. I'm a big sucker for teams called Blue Jays for obvious reasons, but I think Creighton, Big East team, gets it done.
I'm the only reason I like Creighton in here is because of their name.
Yeah, I like it.
I really think Kansas State is going to win this. But love the fact that Creighton's there.
All right, I'm into it for real. Kentucky Davidson. I like Davidson in the upset. I'm going there.
So this is a 12. This is a 12-5. This could have upset written all over it, and I am with you on Davidson. Kentucky had a great part of their season, but the whole season, the whole body of work is not there. But I think Davidson on this one.
Yeah, Kentucky at a 5 seed. You know they're like,
it's a 5-12, man. This is where upsets happen.
Exactly. Speaking of where upsets.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is the big one.
Here it is. We're burying the lead here. Arizona versus our fighting UB Bulls.
The alma mater.
Woo! One of my famous two schools. Arizona versus two schools. Arizona versus Buffalo. I want to pick Buffalo in this, but I can't. I want to. My heart says UB.
You know what? The Bulls are going up against the greatest college player this year.
True story.
Okay. Can they beat one person? No, probably not. However, don't stop you being John Gorman. I'm going with the Bulls, the mighty, mighty Bulls.
You're outside your mind, but I'm
rock
here
that
for
blue
it.
and white.
Oh my gosh. It always makes me so happy to see them in the tournament.
Love it. And by the way, they just mopped the floor with the MAC.
Yeah, they did.
It wasn't even close. They shouldn't even have played in that conference.
They laid the MAC to the mat.
They did.
All right, so next we've got two teams. We got two teams with qualifiers in their names. So Miami of Florida and Loyola of Chicago.
I know you love you some U.
I do. I love me some U. Look, how great would it be if Loyola Chicago? God, what is that? Like a law firm? I don't know. But yeah, I think the U. Give me the U.
No. I can't even say that one.
No, you can't say Loyola.
Loyola. Oh my gosh, I'm done.
Oh my gosh,
I can't do it. Chicago. Chicago's gonna win.
All right, give it to me. All right, Tennessee versus Wright State.
Would the evil version of that school be Loyola?
Stop it. All right, so Tennessee versus Wright State. Wright State, that's cute, but they're wrong. Tennessee, give me Tennessee.
I got a friend who belongs in the right state, if you know what I'm saying. Hey,
stop it.
Forget about it. Come on. Hey.
Two slice.
That's the same guy.
All right.
Where are we going next? Nebraska? Or I'm sorry, Nevada, Texas.
No.
I can't read.
Nevada, Texas. So Austin's own, University of Texas, Shaka Smart. I like him over Nevada. I like him in this game.
Yeah, I like Texas in it too. But they're not getting further than that. But yeah, I like Texas there.
No question, because they're going to go up against the juggernaut that is whoever wins Cincinnati versus Georgia State.
I think we all know who's winning this.
Yeah, the Natty's going through. Natty ice.
For sure.
Natty's putting Georgia State on ice.
That's right.
All right, so round two. My goodness. Virginia versus... Okay. See, now our picks are going to differ.
They are, but let's do it. Let's go with it.
All right, I got Virginia versus Creighton. I think Virginia.
I think Virginia takes it pretty far.
Yeah,
Virginia takes it pretty far. They have the hardest road to the finals, but I think they can take this pretty far.
I agree, and they got Tony Bennett, who left his heart in San Francisco, but he's going to be leaving his competition in the dust.
That's right. He's bringing his heart and soul.
Damn right.
To the final.
All right. So I've got Davidson versus Arizona. You've got Davidson versus Buffalo.
I do.
Who's going to the Sweets? Who's going to the Sweet 16?
Well, honestly, Arizona. No question. But look, I'm going to ride this UB thing out a little far.
You going Sweet 16?
I'm going Sweet 16.
Ow!
I mean, obviously, they're not. I mean, the next matchup, is gone. But look, don't stop you being. Okay, hold on to that feeling.
Okay, feeling you.
All right. I appreciate that.
So you've got, I've got Miami versus Tennessee. You've got Chicago because you can't say Loyola versus Tennessee.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Miami beats Tennessee.
I'm going Tennessee.
All right.
I'm going Tennessee either way. Even if Miami makes, I'm going Tennessee. Again, another school that I don't think makes it further than this.
Yeah.
But, it's gonna make a little noise. You got to have your little tiny upset kind of schools in there. It's not an upset matchup, but you got to have those schools that's like, ooh, could they do it? Are they going to get there? And then, Sweet 16 comes around and then, cream rises.
Yeah, exactly. Upset special. I got to do it.
Do it.
I got to do it.
I'm going to do it too.
I'm such a homer. Here we go.
Oh, that's the upset horn.
Texas over the Natty.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. I'm doing it. It may not be the smart pick. See what I did there?
I did.
It might not be the smart pick, but it's the wise pick.
It's definitely the wrong pick.
Sure. No, well, that's actually Wright State is the wrong pick.
Ooh.
But, yeah, you're right.
True
You
that.
got the Natty?
Of course. I love the Bearcats.
Yeah, same. You can't decide. Is it a bear? Is it a cat? I don't know. But the Bearcats.
Also, Binghamton uses a Bearcat now.
Correct. Yeah, they do. Yeah.
They saw it so much, they're like, let's do that.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the way that looks. Let's make that our mascot.
Bear down, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got Buffalo versus Virginia.
I do.
I've got Virginia versus Arizona. I think Arizona goes to the Elite Eight.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think if it comes down to that, which it more than likely will. I think the only thing that could, there's two things that I think are could fuel Arizona and at the same time destroy Arizona, and it's the scandals.
It's the scandal, right? Yeah,
Right, that's
Sean
either,
Miller.
Yeah, that's either going to make them a better team, or all that distraction, especially when the tournament starts, all that distraction is going to cause them to implode. And that's where I think, and that's why I do think UB has a puncher's chance.
That's a good word for it. I got you.
You feeling bad?
They do.
I think UBA going through.
Oh, man.
To the foe.
That would be something. All right, so UVA or Arizona. And as far as I've got Texas versus Miami. I think the U. Give me the U.
Oh man, wow. You got the U going deep.
I got the U in the Elite Eight?
Yeah.
What?
That's too deep.
That's too deep. Too deep.
I think, look, and I every year I make two brackets, right? I make
two brackets.
Two bracks. I make one bracket which is from my analytic side of my brain, right? It's like this is the team. These are the teams that should go through.
Correct.
Right, and then I make one that my heart's in. I'm like, this is my heart's in this bracket, right? This is what I want to see happen.
This is my soul.
Yeah,
I feel you.
And last year that bracket won for me.
It did. It was speaking directly to you.
It was, and this year I'm going that same path. I'm channeling what I want to see, not what the NCAA wants us to see, because they have set this bracket up. They have essentially created a narrative with this bracket.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to, and look, me and my boys, we're not buying it.
Yeah.
All right? Bearcats.
All right. So I've got, now we're coming through to Virginia versus Arizona. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, Arizona in the Elite Eight. I got Arizona versus the U.
You do.
Yeah, give me Arizona. Arizona in the Final Four.
I got Bearcats going against Virginia.
Ooh. All right.
Virginia.
Okay. Nice safe pick. All right. So that's the South. We got Virginia or Arizona, depending on who you listen to, coming out the South. Where do you want to go to next? What part of the world do you want to go to?
We are going to go to... let's go to the West.
All right, yeah,
go
why
to
not?
South, now let's go West. Southwest.
Okay. Southwest.
Bags fly free.
Damn right. Xavier versus NCCU or TXSO. So I want to qualify this. I don't know what NCCU is. Is that a credit union? Is that a community college? I don't know. I think it's in North Carolina.
Maybe North Carolina Coastal. No?
There's Coastal Carolina.
Coastal Carolina? Is that? I don't know.
So what's NCCU? North Carolina Central.
North Carolina. Okay.
Do you want to guess where North Carolina Central is located?
Well, if it wasn't in North Carolina, I would be flabbergasted.
Okay. You want to guess like a city?
I'm gonna go with the only city I only know a couple of cities. Let's go Charlotte.
All right. It is Durham.
Oh man. Jeez. That was actually coming out of my mouth first, but I wasn't sure if Durham was in North Carolina, so.
Right down the street from Duke.
Living in that shadow.
Yeah, that's right.
That's rough living your life like that, you know?
No question about it. It doesn't matter. Xavier.
It doesn't matter.
I don't care if it's NCCU or Texas Southern. By the way, Texas has 7 teams in the tournament this year.
Ridiculous.
7. That is almost an eighth, which is basically the kind of weed you get down here in South by Southwest. Almost an eighth, yeah.
Almost an eighth.
Xavier, all right, Missouri, Florida State.
Get
I don't
out of here
care.
with sticks and pebbles.
Give me Missouri.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Florida State. I feel like they make it a lot, but they don't do anything when they get there.
No, Florida State's always that team that's like the 9 seed.
Well, and also I just feel like that's Florida State. Yeah. Whatever sports they're into, they do okay, but then when it like comes time to actually play, they're like, meh. Are we gonna play on the Acai Bowl? Maybe.
The Acai Bowl.
Maybe that's the one we get. We're going to get a football bowl game. It's going to be the Acai Bowl.
Acai Bowl. Portuguese for Instagram. Okay.
True.
I know this next game is near and dear to your heart. Ohio State. Ohio State versus South Dakota State. Give me South Dakota State.
Absolutely give me South Dakota State.
Oh, I'm so here for that.
Absolutely.
Gonzaga, UNC Greensboro. I'm going to take the Zags.
I love the Zags. That is one of my favorite college teams outside, of course, of my beloved Bulls.
Right. Of course.
But I actually get to watch the Zags on TV from time to time, so it's all good.
So here's a fun one. Houston versus San Diego State. Fun mid-major matchup in the first round. I'm going to take Houston this year. I think Phi Slamma Jamma gets it done.
Yeah, Houston for sure. Or as we like to say in New York City, Houston.
We have a Houston University as well here. Yeah, we do. It's spelled differently. But yeah, it's Houston. Yeah. But I know what you mean.
Sir.
Soho is South Houston, not South Houston.
Yeah.
I got you. Michigan versus Montana. I want to pick Montana, but
this could go upset.
Yeah.
This absolutely
you know what? Whatever.
could go. Wait, no. I'm sorry. This will not. This game is in Detroit.
Oh, no. Give me Michigan.
Yeah, this game's in Detroit.
By the way,
sometimes that helps.
There are 8 teams from Texas in the tournament.
8 teams from Texas.
Because I forgot Houston was in Texas.
I mean, I'm not trying to pick on the entire state of Texas.
Which you can. I mean, I heard you shouldn't mess with Texas, but
if y'all got that many universities,
we got a lot. You know, it's a big state.
Yeah, not that many people though. You think that
it's the second? Wait, the second most people in the United States are in this state of all the states.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah, did you not know that?
I did not know. How many electoral votes you got?
Like 35. It's a lot.
Okay.
More than New York. We passed New York. It was before I moved here. It was like early 2000s.
I can't speak for the rest of the state of New York.
That's fair.
I can only speak for this wonderful world's capital we like to call New York City.
Greatest city in the world.
Greatest city in the world. Texas A&M.
Speaking of Texas A&M. No, Providence. Sorry. Give me the Friars.
Yeah, Providence. Providence.
North Carolina versus what I believe is an ad agency. I'm going to take North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Come on and raise up.
Take your shirt off.
Twist around your head, spinning like a helicopter. That song came out The one semester I went to the University of North Carolina, that song was like #1 on the Billboard charts.
Well, that's a good time to be there.
It was really the only good time to be there. It was amazing.
Well, you know.
Yeah. Had a little too much fun. Xavier versus I got Missouri. I'm taking Xavier.
Xavier for sure. Xavier's got the easiest road to the Final Four.
I like Xavier a lot.
Love Xavier.
Not just because they pronounce their X like a Z.
Is there any other way to pronounce it?
I guess some people are like Xavier. I don't agree with that. I feel it's weird.
It's Xerox, not Xerox.
Yeah, and it's xylophone, not xylophone.
Yeah.
An xylophone sounds like a pharmaceutical drug that gives you an erection that lasts for more than 4 hours.
Yeah, it's a Z-ray, not an X-ray. Come on.
Two slice. So South Dakota State versus Zags. Give me Zags.
Zags all day.
All right. Houston versus Michigan. I'm going to take Michigan.
Okay, I'm going Houston.
I love it. Look, I'm here for it, but it's in Detroit, and I don't love Michigan. I don't like Big Ten basketball in general. It's just like sloggy and like it's whatever. But like, yeah.
I don't like Michigan because I don't like Michigan fans.
No, what? There's nothing wrong with Michigan fans.
Yes, there is, because a huge majority of them never went to the school.
All right, that's fair. And but there's a lot of Texas fans like that.
But I know. That's true too, which is why I don't like any Texas schools. But like, I'm sorry, I went to UB, and guess what? I got to root for the damn Bulls. That's just the way it goes.
That's fair. I feel you.
All right.
Texas A&M versus Providence versus North Carolina.
North Carolina.
All right, so we've got that. All right, so we've got Xavier versus the Zags.
I just smacked my microphone. That'll sound real nice. It's going to sound real nice.
I'm taking Xavier over the Zags.
Yeah.
I had to think about it like a split second, but I think that's where
look, I'm okay with either. Honestly, I'm very much okay with either of those teams. So
same. Houston versus North Carolina. I have Michigan versus North Carolina. It doesn't matter. I'm taking North Carolina.
Yeah, those heels, boy.
Xavier versus Carolina. Give me Xavier.
Give me Xavier.
Yep. Give me Xavier. So now we've got Xavier. We're both in agreement on Xavier.
Yep.
I've got Arizona. You've got Virginia. Let's go over to where would you like to go next?
We're going east.
Villanova versus
Beast.
Villanova versus either Long Island University or something called RAD.
I mean, I just like the fact that it's rad. Same. Did you ever see that 80s BMX movie, Rad?
I've seen a DMX movie. But not
No. You're missing a very good movie in Rad. Check it out.
Good info. Netflix or no?
You're gonna have to find that bad boy illegally somewhere.
All right.
I don't think it ever made it out of VHS.
All right.
Give me the
Nova. Speaking of not making it out of VHS,
yeah.
I don't see them, any of those two teams beating Villanova. Villanova advances. Virginia Tech versus Alabama. Don't care. Give me Virginia Tech.
Yeah, give me Tech. Alabama, sit down.
All right, here we go. West Virginia, Murray State.
This is your upset potential here. Your upset potential is real high.
I gotta take Murray State.
Oh, you would? I'm going West Virginia.
Okay. All right, going back to the well. I feel that. Wichita State versus Marshall, another mid-major throwdown.
This is where I'm going to upset you.
What you taking, Marshall?
I'm going Marshall.
Me too.
I definitely think Marshall can. I definitely think Marshall can do that.
This is all right. So of all the the brackets, this East bracket has the most potential to be weird.
Oh yeah,
and I am here for all the weird. Like Florida versus either UCLA or St. Bonaventure. Guess what? Give me Bonnies. Give me Bonnies. Give me Bonnies.
I would absolutely. I mean, you got. Well, first of all, the Bonnies got to make it past UCLA.
I think they do. UCLA is not that team anymore.
They aren't that team anymore. Look, You're talking to a guy who grew up a stone's throw away from St. Bonaventure.
Likewise. Got you.
And I want them to do well. Mm-hmm. And I'm taking them.
Yeah. Love it. Love it. Texas Tech versus Stephen F. Austin. Guess what?
Well, you got to go Austin. You have to go Austin.
So Stephen F. Austin, by the way, not in Austin.
No.
Like, let me be clear about that. Stephen F. Austin College is nowhere near Austin, Texas.
It's in Austin, Massachusetts.
I believe it's in Nacogdoches, Texas.
That's not even a real place.
Yeah, it's like Kalamazoo, right?
Yeah.
Also
not a real
Stephen
place.
F. Austin, Texas is in. This is great radio.
Should I fill?
It's Nacogdoches.
Nacogdoches.
Nacogdoches. By the way, don't go there. Not great.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's great. It's got SF Austin in it.
True story. It's both San Francisco and Austin. Two of the worst hipster cities on earth. Arkansas, Butler. Again, Butler. Give me Butler.
Yeah, oh yeah, give me Butler in this one.
Okay, now let's test your upset metal.
Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, really? You're gonna, no.
Let's do it.
No.
Purdue, Cal State, Fullerton.
No, Purdue.
I'm taking Cal State for Fullerton.
Wow. You're putting your heart into it.
I'm doing it. Well, in the East? Yeah.
You're putting more than your heart in that one.
That's what.
I hit the mic again. I can't stop hitting the mic.
That's fine. The mascot of Cal State Fullerton is what?
You're asking me?
Just take a guess.
I'm going to say a tree.
No, that's Stanford.
Okay. Well, they can't also have a tree?
No. Well, yes, there's other trees.
I think the Buckeye is like a nut, isn't it?
The Buckeye
like
is
acorn?
a nut. That is correct.
Or something like that, right? So that's a nut, right?
Cal State Fullerton is the Titans.
A titan.
Mm-hmm.
That's lame. That's like mailing it in.
Yeah, I agree.
I think anytime you pick like Giants, Titans, you're really mailing that one in, aren't you?
You know what the most common mascot for a college is?
I think it's Bearcat.
No. You're close. It's not a Bearcat.
Whoa. I found out the other day that there is a college mascot that is a golden retriever.
What?
Yes.
College is this? What?
Well,
What?
this is going to make for absolutely terrible radio, but I don't recall.
Please.
But all I heard them say were the retrievers, and I was like, no, they don't mean a golden retriever. They absolutely did. It's like a cartoon puppy golden retriever.
Oh, it's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. The Albany, University of Albany is the Great Danes.
Oh, okay. I'm with that.
Yeah. Villanova versus Virginia Tech. Villanova.
Oh, Nova for show.
I have Murray State, Marshall. You have West Virginia, Marshall. I have Murray State beating Marshall. Yeah.
Man. You went real hard into that, didn't you?
There's a lot happening in this bracket. It's going to be real crazy.
I got to go with my boys and Marshall.
Okay. Bonnie's versus Stephen F. Austin or Bonnie's versus Tech. I have Bonnie's.
Bonnies.
Yep.
Let's ride those Bonnies out right now.
Bonnie's in the Sweet 16. Butler versus you have Purdue. I have Fullerton. It doesn't matter. The Butler did it.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
No, see, I'm going Purdue.
Okay, fair enough.
Definitely going Purdue.
Couple
on
of
this.
couple of Indiana schools.
Yeah, we got to differ a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's good.
We can't just sit here in the same bracket.
Yeah, I mean, we can't just sit here and like agree on things.
Who wants to listen to that?
Nobody wants to. Come on now, Crossfire. That's not a show about vigorous agreement. Let's be honest.
Crossfire.
You can
do you remember that?
Gosh, yes, I do. I was just going to ask you that. Yeah, I remember Crossfire.
Well, do you remember when you came to my house?
Yes,
and you played
that was
Crossfire, and we started singing the song the whole night.
We found Anchorstein beer that may have been in the fridge since the previous owner.
Yeah, And we
my
just no one knows the actual words to the song, so we just made up different words.
I don't know the words to the Crossfire song. I do know it's been covered many times, very capably.
I just say stupid things.
Oh, that's fair.
Crossfire, the game that lets you shoot balls. Crossfire. That's all I know.
That's fine.
You got to hit the triangle thing and the weird ninja star thing. That's how you win.
Who invented that shape?
Yeah, who came up with ninja star and triangle?
I don't know.
You couldn't go square or hexagon there?
Oh, it's perfect. Oh, Crossfire, the game of champions.
Crossfire.
All right. Villanova versus you have Marshall, I have Murray State. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, Nova.
Villanova. Give me Nova. Bonnie's Bonnie's versus Butler. I've got St. Bonaventure going to the Elite Eight.
No, you don't.
I do.
You're getting real weird right now.
I'm getting real weird. There's always a weird team. And I feel like the 11th seed in the East has the potential to be pretty weird.
I can't get that weird.
All right, that's fair. You're going to go Purdue?
I'm going Purdue. Purdue's a good team. They were the number one team in the country at one point this season. They have it in them to do that. So, yes, Purdue. Not Perdon't, like you think, but Purdue. And guess what? If they don't do that well, we'll call them Purdue-do.
It's a crappy joke.
Hey-o.
Villanova versus I have St. Bonaventure. Give me Villanova coming out of the East. I take it you're going to go with Perdizzle.
I'm going Nova.
Okay.
I'm going Nova. Right. I think Nova makes it out of the East.
So we agree on Nova. We agree on Xavier. I have Arizona, you have Virginia.
I think ultimately we're almost going to wind up in the exact same place.
Yeah, you've got chalk. By the way, you're going 3-1 seeds. Let's see. Were we going to make it 4 in the Midwest?
Well, look.
Find out.
First of all, Nova for sure. Xavier for sure.
Nova and Xavier.
Virginia is
like
your X factor. Virginia is your school that could not make it, even though that's the number one overall seed of the tournament. That is of all the one seeds that might not make it. That's the one.
I disagree on that, and we'll find out exactly why. Let's talk about that. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll go to the Midwest and the pride of the Midwest, the Kansas Jayhawks versus the Quakers.
Quakers.
Got to get the Quakers. Quakers. I'm going Kansas over Penn. Sorry, Ivy League.
Faux show. Not even a question.
Seton Hall, which sounds like the type of place you would go to like refresh with like some oxygen or some juice or whatever. I like them over NC State.
Yeah, I like Seton Hall here.
All right. Clemson, New Mexico State. I love me some Mountain West teams in double-digit seeds. I don't care if it's UNLV or Boise State or whatever. New Mexico State over Clemson. Sorry, ACC. Go back home.
I will agree. I will echo that. New Mexico State.
New Mexico State. Name the mascot.
Oh, my. The Aztecs.
No, that's San Diego State.
What?
Yep.
What kind of backwards-ass mascot naming is this?
New Mexico State is the Aggies.
The Aggies. That's the Aggies?
There's a lot of Aggies.
What is an Aggie?
Agriculture. So it used to be
That's really
New
what
Mexico.
it is?
Yeah, New Mexico A&M, Aggie. Texas A&M, Aggie. Aggies.
Aggie.
Now you know. Aggie is someone who went to an agricultural college. Utah State, Aggies.
Utah State, Aggies. You really? It's not the. It's not the Mormons.
No.
Or the.
No.
The Pollies.
No.
That's what it should be.
Utah, by the way, is the Utes.
The Utes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I did know that they're the Utes.
Not in the tournament. Auburn versus Charleston. I got Auburn.
I'm going to go with Auburn, but that's about as far as I'm taking Auburn.
Yeah. TCU versus either Arizona State, the school, my safety school, versus Syracuse, the school that I went to and wasn't safe at. I'm going with Syracuse. Call me a homer. Don't much care. That's happening.
I mean, I'm going to go with them too because that's a team that just knows how to play in the tournament. You got a coach that knows how to play in the tournament. That's the only way that this narrative can make sense.
Yeah. They made the Final Four as a play-in team a couple of years ago. And so I'm not saying they're going to do that, but I am saying that they have the potential to get out of that round. So
I used to work at a pizza place in Buffalo, and Jim Boeheim came in once.
Which one? Santoris?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. His son was playing. I don't know what his son does. Maybe his son plays basketball. That would make sense here. His son plays some sort of sport, and they were close by, and they just came in like between games to get something to eat.
Okay.
And I was like, "You lost."
2 loss. All right. Michigan State, Bucknell. Get weird.
Bucknell.
Come with me on this journey.
I'm gonna go with you because I think again another school with a lot of scandal.
Yeah. Plus, like Bucknell, they've done it before. I'm into it.
Let's make it Bucknell.
Patriot League, faux show. Rhode Island versus Oklahoma. Give me Rhode Island.
Give me Rhode Island too.
Oklahoma is the best player in the tournament.
What?
I think Rhode Island beats Trae Young.
No. I disagree. I don't. I look. First of all, you already know who I think the best player in the tournament is.
I do.
I think this is the most popular and most watchable player. Definitely not the best player.
All right,
that is different. The only reason Oklahoma is even in this is because of Trae Young.
Agreed, 100%. That's why I think they get bounced. Duke versus Iona.
Duke.
Yeah.
This is another Syracuse situation, right? The reason Syracuse makes it in and makes it past that first round is just because they know what they're doing.
Also,
Iona's in there a lot too.
Iona's in the tournament. They win the MAC with 2 A's a couple of times. Yeah. Kansas versus the Hall. Kansas.
Come on now.
Yeah. New Mexico State versus Auburn. I've got Auburn. I know. You kind of have to think about it, don't you?
I do have to think about that one.
I do kind of want to see New Mexico State make it, but I'm not going to change it.
Yeah, I do. I think New Mexico State. I don't think Auburn's got it in them. That's a football school.
I love it.
It's a
you know
football
what?
school.
Give it to me. I'm into it.
Syracuse
Syracuse versus Bucknell. Now, Bucknell's beaten Syracuse in the tournament before. I don't think they repeat that.
No.
Yeah,
we're going Syracuse here.
All right.
You've never seen a zone like this before.
It's a 2 and a tree.
It's a kale zone.
Isn't that what Kentucky plays?
That's what Boeheim came in when he came to Santoris.
He ordered a kale zone.
He only eats in zones. Let me get a kale zone.
I want 2 toppings in the front and 3 toppings in the back. All right, we've got Rhode Island versus Duke. I got Duke. Fun fact: URI is UR High was what they called it because of their smoking culture.
Their propensity to the herbal.
Yeah, a little green. They like to keep it green there.
I feel like Rhode Island's got nothing else going for it. They might as well have that going for it.
They've got coffee milk. Are you familiar with coffee milk?
No, and I've been into that part of the world.
Coffee milk is delicious. It's like chocolate milk, but it's coffee flavored.
What do they use, like an instant coffee?
Yeah, I don't know. It's some sort of like coffee concentrate, like some kind of like that condensed milk stuff that they do in Vietnamese coffee. Anyway,
like
it's
that.
really good.
I do like that.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Condensed
Huge
milk
fan
is
of it.
a nice thing.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Condensed milk, though, not in the tournament. Not this year.
Sad to say. Oh my goodness! All right, so we've got Kansas. I have Kansas versus Auburn.
I have Kansas, New Mexico State, but Kansas still.
I'm taking Auburn.
You would
Kansas,
you would do that though.
I would. Yeah, Kansas fallible this year.
For sure.
Really think so.
For sure.
And So
Jayhawks let me down in the past, so.
Yeah. So we've got Jayhawks or Auburn, depending on. And then we've got Syracuse versus Duke.
Now, if it gets to this point, great matchup.
Yeah.
This is one of those narratives by the NCAA that I was talking about before. I feel like they did this purpose. I think they let Cuse in for this reason.
This is good versus evil. This is the Hatfields versus the McCoys. I got to do it. Do I do this?
Do it.
Oh, God.
No, don't do it because I know what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Syracuse over Duke.
Okay, you're doing it. Okay.
Which is going to make the Midwest regional really interesting, which for reasons we'll talk about.
I'm not going to go with you.
No, that's fine.
I'm not going with you there. I'm going Duke.
All right. So now we've got the battle of my heart versus the battle of most people's reasonable sanity. You have Kansas versus Duke, basketball Blue Bloods. Blue Bloods.
You're still in that URI thing.
Two Bloods. Who do you have?
Duke.
Yeah, that's pretty safe.
Not riding a one seed out of there.
Yeah, no, I feel
I'll ride that 2 out.
I'm gonna ride that deuce.
That deucey Duke.
I have alma mater versus town I used to live in. Both the same colors. Fun fact, when I was a freshman at Syracuse, they played Auburn. I wore an Auburn shirt. No one knew I wasn't wearing a Syracuse shirt.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
And now I have, oh God. Either way, I feel like such an idiot for doing this.
I do too. I feel like an idiot for you.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm going to do, God save me, Auburn in the Final Four.
That's a fugly bracket.
Wow. That happened.
It's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to.
In your mind, we'll let it play.
Yeah. It makes for compelling theater, I guess.
Does. It makes for someone listening to this to say, what is that guy thinking?
That guy's done all sorts of stuff.
When that guy said he hasn't watched any college basketball this year, he meant it.
He hasn't watched any college basketball. No college basketball brought to you by nothing.
I mean, there's a lot of people out there that don't watch college basketball, though, just for the record.
Question.
Like,
Yeah.
the only time, I watch championship week. I watch a UB game from time to time. If it's on, I'll watch something, right?
Yeah.
Just like college football. If it's on and it's the only thing on, I'll watch it.
I agree. College football is that thing that I put on when I don't feel like watching anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I need some noise in the background, that's what I'm putting on.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But I'm not going to commit to it until the tournament. College football, I never commit to it.
No.
Never. There's no reason for me to commit to it.
College football is that girl that you call a couple times a week.
Yeah.
And you're just like, hey, I don't really want to date her, but I just sort of feel like she should know I'm alive, just in case she's ever like, hey, I'm not. Just in case she says, you up?
Yeah, you up? It's like you up and you go over there and it's like you're playing on some blue turf.
Yeah.
Because that's anytime I think of a late night in the fall, I think of watching a college football. Was it Boise State or whatever?
Yes.
That's all I can think of. Oh man, it must be midnight on the East Coast because Boise's playing Honolulu.
Right.
And I
Boise State versus Hawaii.
Yeah, and I feel like every week Boise State has a home game.
Yeah.
It's the only team
Boise
that
State
never
never
plays
plays on the road. Oh man, I wish Converse was on this podcast so we could go deep into how I feel about Mountain West and WAC college football, but that's neither here nor there. We'll save that for the football
if he was on
podcast.
if he was on the cast right now, he'd be yelling at us how stupid we are.
He really would. All right, so we've got a Final Four.
We do.
I have coming out at the South and the West. I've got Arizona Xavier, Bearcats Wildcats. I'm sorry, Musketeers. Excuse me. My God, give me Xavier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because I got Xavier coming out.
All right, and we've got Nova. We agree on Nova.
Yeah.
I have Auburn, and you have Duke.
Yeah.
Who you got?
Nova.
Yeah, me too. Big East, all Big East finals. Xavier Nova.
I think that would be an incredible final.
I would be here for it. I'm down with like little private Catholic schools like going crazy in the tournament.
Yeah, little private Catholic schools, a lot of money to burn on the basketball.
No question.
Lot of money.
What's up with that?
A lot of money.
Shaving.
I think it's because it's a 1-year thing.
Yeah.
I think that's why they do it. They don't have to make that 4-year, 2 to 4 year investment in college football.
2 years.
2 years.
I have Xavier. Xavier winning it all.
Nova.
Why not? Okay.
Nova.
Feeling that.
Nova bringing
Xavier.
it home.
There you go. There you go. That's your bracket, folks. John Gorman picking Xavier to win it all. Greg Dennis picking Villanova to win it all.
I like how we essentially got to the exact same final.
we did. How did we
our
do
final
that?
game is the exact same final game. But and I think that's the parody part of the tournament. It's like every round anybody that made it through has that chance.
Yeah.
And
I think that's go ahead.
No, it's one game.
Yeah.
You know, it's such a great. I just wish everything worked on this. I wish the NFL worked on this premise.
I mean, they do technically have a bracket where people play one game and then advance.
They do, but they only 6 teams get in from each conference, or 12 teams get in from each conference. I wish everybody got it. I wish the Browns had a chance.
No, stop it. What was the point of the regular season at that point?
You,
you realize there's
I'll tell you what
68 teams in this tournament, but there's also like 270 teams that didn't make it.
Right.
So I think it's beautiful because it's 64 and it like narrows down real nicely, and there's this good mix of like big teams and basketball blue bloods and teams that have no business being there. And like I love it. Like it's a perfect metaphor for life itself.
I think it's a perfect metaphor for college. To be honest with you. It's like, look at college. Go to any college campus in the U.S. There are people that should not be there. There are people that were groomed to be there. And there are people that snuck in there. You
know what?
That is what it is.
That's fair. I can dig that. My man, that's the brackets.
Yeah, so much for a half-hour show.
Yeah, I know, right? 51 minutes.
Yeah, we 51 right now.
Yeah, but a tight 51 minutes.
We 51 it.
So let me ask you this: like, are you doing this same exercise with our other awesome co-host, or is this just like a one bracket thing?
I think I'm just going to listen to Daniel's bracket and make fun of him the whole time.
Gosh, how come he gets the better show?
That's what I think I'm going to do.
I love it.
That's what I think I'm going to do. I'm not 100% sure yet, but
yeah, I mean, you do have slated in the talking points Derrick Rose and DJ Khaled.
Yeah, well, that was for like an actual show,
right?
Like I forgot about the Final Four, to be honest with you.
No,
I forgot about it
this
until last night when I was like, oh, I made all those notes for the show, and all we should be talking about is the tournament.
That's what I imagined we would be talking about. So, like, not that I studied up or anything, but like I sort of came with like some preloaded things I was going to say. So, I'm glad that we did this. This is awesome.
I will say real quick though on the DJ Khaled thing.
Yeah,
he's on tour right now, and like, look,
yeah,
I think DJ Khaled's
correct.
a cool guy. He seems like a real nice guy.
Seems like a nice guy.
From what I can see about him, seems like a good guy.
Yeah.
He's on tour now. He just kind of dances around on stage singing other people's words.
I agree with that.
Which
I don't think he's good.
Like I said, I think he seems like a really cool guy, but I am just like insanely jealous of him that he made a career off doing what I do in the shower.
He basically just plays other people's music and says his name over those songs.
Yeah. I mean, I think he makes beats. He must make beats. I would assume.
I guess he does.
Like DJ Clue, right? At least DJ Clue kind of sat in the background.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? DJ Clue wouldn't go on a world tour.
Kid Capri didn't go on a world tour.
DJ Clue just sit in the background yelling over Fabulous's tracks.
All right, real quick. more talented, Khaled or Lil Jon?
Oh, man.
You have to think about this?
I do have to think about that one.
Oh, my goodness.
I have to say Lil Jon.
Yeah, Lil Jon has produced banger after banger after banger. And don't get it twisted. He doesn't rap. He doesn't sing. He's just there like, yeah. And you're like, okay, that's cool. You
also,
sound like
Lil Jon loves that synth violin.
Agreed, and it's great in spots.
Every song is.
It really is. He loves those half step the progressions where he's like.
Oh, that's every producer. I think they just put their hand on the keyboard in some place and just press every other key. Like, this sounds like a good song.
But you know what?
White people will love to dance at it at weddings. I think that's what Lil Jon does.
Yes, I agree. I will gladly. If I get married, I will gladly play only Lil Jon.
Everybody will. That's what happens.
Yeah, turned down for nothing.
Yeah, for what?
All right, my man.
This thing's turned.
Well, this has been fun.
We did it.
Real
tight 56 minutes.
Real tight. Too tight.
Ooh, too tight. Too slice.
Greg, where can people find you if they wanted to get a hold of you?
In real life. I'm really only I don't know. I'm really only using the Snapchat these days.
All right, that's
Snap Your Life Away. I'm also at Gram Your Life Away. If you want to find me on it, I don't put anything on Instagram. I put everything through Shane's Pod, the only Instagram that matters.
The only Instagram that matters. Shane's Gram matters. We've got Shane's Pod. So if you can spell Shane, it's ShaneSpod. That's our Instagram. You can find me on Instagram at Hey Gorman. That's hey like hey, and then Gorman like Gorman. Or you can check me out on the .co, johngorman.co. Big week on the blog. For whatever reason, people are reading me, and I'm not really sure why, but it's been a big week. So, all that said,
I think I once published something on your website.
You did. That was back in the Love of Beer days.
Well, no, I remember that. I like to think I was a contributing editor to the Love of Beer.
Yes,
several articles written. No, I think
you were listed on the masthead.
Yeah, I think it. I put something on your .co, or no, maybe it was on your Medium.
It was on my Medium. No, it was on. No, it was my WordPress.
Was it your WordPress? It was the one about counting on your friends, not counting your friends.
Yeah. Yep. It was that long ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. 14.
Yeah. Yep. 14.
14.
Yep. 14. Faux show. Right. 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz. Greatest rapper ever.
But there you go. Hit us up. Instagram, Shane's Pod. That's Greg Dennis. I'm John Gorman. Another fun episode coming this week. Greg and Daniel. It's like the speaker box love below of podcast drops. You'll catch it all. And as always, thanks for listening.
Geeks Unlimited.
Geeks Unlimited. Shout out YouTube, Geeks Unlimited.
John Gorman going to give us a little song here to end the show.
Yes,
one that he wrote. He plays the guitar on it. Drums. That's about it. Play the bass on.
Speechless on a summer night. The candle makes the mood just right. Oh, you are everything I see. Sweet kiss against the wall. I will rise and you will fall. Oh, everywhere I wanna be. Yeah. If one night I could take it back, oh, I'd do the same each day. If for one night I could hold you close, so I'd keep you here this way, all through the night. You shine a light in my way. Yeah. Candy sights the mouth, the compass north as I head south. Oh, hips or lips, I can't decide. Hands caress the short black dress, it won me over, I confess. Now there's nothing left to hide. If for one night I could take it back, oh, I'd do the same each day. If for one night I could hold you close, so I'd keep you here this way, yeah. All through the night you shine a light in my way, yeah, yeah. Yeah, shake again, we'll scream out loud. Tell me why you want this now when you wouldn't want this any other way. Hey, hey, yeah, shake again, we'll follow through. Nothing left for me to do but hold you to the light of day, yeah, yeah. And if for one night I could take it back, oh, I'd do the same each day, yeah. If for one night I could hold you close, oh, I'd keep you here this way. All through the night you shine a light in my way, yeah. Speechless on a summer night, the candles out, your soul's in flight, and you're still everything I see.